Hi there, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope y'all enjoyed your New Year's Eve festivities and had a fabulous New Year's Day. Rest and relaxation, at the least. It was my birthday, so gosh, gotta tell you, I think this is the first year in forever that the holidays were just covered in sugar. I don't think I've ever eaten that much sugar in my life. It was just too much. Cakes, cookies, candies, way too much. I prefer savory to sweet, and I didn't even get potato chips for my birthday. I was very sad. But whatever, I survived. But I do hope everybody enjoyed themselves and got a chance to relax at the very least. So if you happen to watch my New Year's Eve countdown, I let the cat out of the bag, and I am going to be starting a new island this year. I'm going to be doing things differently. One of the things I'm having an issue with, it's got nothing to do with you, but I'm struggling with my editing here. Trying to remember, how did I do this? Where did this go? How did I make this do that? Oh my gosh. So, you're going to be looking at some sloppy stuff for a while, and I'll apologize for that. I'm trying. I think I've got it, but then, it just doesn't look right. I don't know how to explain it. Anyway, so we're still on, what was the name of my last island? Halcyon? I think so. Oh, the ornaments are just so pretty. All the decorations were pretty. I actually had the ice fence and something else. I couldn't remember what it is at the moment, but I completely forgot to put them up. Very pretty stuff. But anyway, we are going to be saying goodbye to this island and starting a brand new one in a brand new year. And while I'm doing that, I'll probably talk about dumb stuff. I don't know. But I'm not going to take you through the rigmarole of me trying to find the perfect island. I'll probably show you a couple because, if I want to choose that island, I'd like you guys to see which one I chose. But I won't take you through every single island that I looked at. And I know it's going to be quite a few. But the first thing I have to do is get all my stuff together. Now, I'm not taking a ton of stuff to my daughter's island. It seems like it. But, yeah, I took money, Nook Mile tickets, and some flowers, my blue roses. I always take those with me. I think 5 each of the veggies, because that always takes me so long to do. And I gave her some stuff as well. So I'm done, and then as you can see, there's still a bunch of bells laying around, but I don't care. I just don't care. It got to be a little bit too much. It took me 6 trips. And that was mostly for the money, because I had 8 million bells that I had to drop off, and I'm like, I can't do this anymore. She was running out of room on her island, too. So I did get over there. Oh, also, this may seem silly or even petty, but I took over a couple of the Nook Mile items, like the castle walls, the fortress corners, things like that. Because for whatever reason, well, you guys know the reason. It takes forever to collect enough Nook Miles to get that stuff. And there's Petrie in the background. She's been doing this to me since I came back. And I don't have the heart to tell her, just hang in there, doll, because in a couple minutes, this whole place is gonna vanish. I forgot to check Bye-bye, Halcyon. It was fun while it lasted. I think that's the name of our island. Oh, I don't remember. Petri. Bye-bye, guys. Now, this didn't take, but it doesn't matter. I deleted the file. What was I saying? The Nook Mile items. I saved some and I gave my daughter some. Like the cave and those glowing moss rock thingies. It's not a ton. Yeah, I thought I did, but I didn't. But I went back and I fixed it, so just ignore that. I'm just showing you that our last island is gone. And we're starting all over again. So this came up, I think, third or fourth. It doesn't really matter. But again, I think I only show you 3 that I really thought I would like. I am not worried about airport color. I'm not worried about starters. Well, I can't say that. If it's a starter that I really don't want, then no. And if it is a starter that I like, and the island isn't doing anything for me, then I cancel out and I try again. I usually run around, look at things, figure out. The tree fruit doesn't matter to me. The flower doesn't matter to me. I do look for an uncluttered beach. And I did say the last time I might not mind. I don't like the starters. I'm sorry. Very sorry. That was mean. I hate doing that. I feel so bad. I think in the last series that I did, I said I don't know that I mind having 2 southern river entrances. And then when I got back into this and I started looking at them, I'm like, yeah, maybe I do. The problem with it is, depending on where they put the resident services, you're going to have a tough time figuring out where you want those 2 rivers to travel. Up your island, out toward the sides, in toward the middle and meeting, So it's a tough one. And then, of course, there are people who leave the island exactly the way they found it. I think that's cool. I don't have the right stuff for that, but I guess because I think terraforming is fun. It's monotonous and tedious, yes, but it's also fun. When you're finally finished and you get to look at your end product, it makes you very happy. So I think the first one was cherries and this one is pears. But again, that doesn't matter to me. And yes, this is winter. There will be snow on the ground. Some of you might not care for that either. I don't mind. I do not mind the snow. Rocket and Kid. Now those are great starters. Rocket. I know I'm the only one who likes Rocket, but that's tough. It's my island. Anyway, the starters aren't super important. You know if you've watched any of my previous videos. Oh, Billy. I kept calling him Kid. Oh, dear. My favorite sisterly would be Raine, the horse Raine. And I've never seen her. My daughter insists that we had her when we first started our island. Very first island. I just don't remember. Yeah, so I run around, kind of get a feel for things. And if I'm not, those look like windflowers. Don't care about the flower. We end up getting them all anyway. Now, I did take my blue roses. I took a couple purple and blue windflowers, and I think that's about it. As for a theme, I don't know. The peninsula here as well. I suppose I could take it or leave it. I don't know. I did notice some maps had hardly anything at all. And that seems interesting to me. Because a lot of the YouTubers that do Animal Crossing, they insist that they want a big peninsula to decorate on, and yet they don't decorate their beach. I think that's funny. I never really looked at the peninsula as something to build upon. That was the sump pump. I'm wearing my headphones this time. Yeah, I'm not feeling this one. It's just not doing it, but I did like the starters. Not bad. I also don't care where, well, let me correct that. I do care where residence services is located, but I'm not super fussy about it lining up with the airport. My thinking with that is I'd like it far enough away from the airport so that there's room to decorate around. But I'd also like it in an area where a vast majority of the island is for the villagers and me, and then the shops and resident services and the museum that can be in another spot. But I'm trying to branch out. I'm trying to look at this game through a different lens. And I'm going to forget. I already know it. 5 minutes in. Okay, I'm sorry, but I am not a cherry stan. Something about her that just kind of gives me the creepies, so sorry. Was that another red airport? Doesn't matter. I was thinking red or blue. It's been a while. But it doesn't matter. That does not bother me at all. The biggest concern I have when I get an island is the least amount of detritus on the beach. Rocks and boulders and stones and things jutting out and impeding your walkway. That's what I really, really look for. And then at the very top of the island where all the rocks are, I'd like enough room on there for my big items. The lighthouse and a windmill or whatever, those big fish flags. I like putting those at the back, but there again, if I always do that, then I'm going to have to change. Okay, we have a yellow airport. Not unhappy with these starters, Muffy and Antonio. Muffy's kind of cool looking, and I think my daughter had Antonio as a starter. And this is also an orange island. She had an orange island, but I think her airport is blue? I don't remember. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So again, I'm going to run around. Let's see where everything is. So it's close to the airport, and it's off to one side. Doesn't bother me too much. And I want to see about the beach. Just check things out. I don't know if anybody else does this, and I don't know if anybody else gets a feeling about a game island. But I do. It's like a vibe, if you want to call it that. And I usually feel it. Something's off. Or something clicks. And this island is doing it for me. I like its initial layout. I'm not getting any uncomfortable disappointment. I think we have windflowers again. Doesn't matter. I'm not unhappy with this. We have a little pond there. Oh, I forgot to mention, as far as the snow goes, I don't mind the snow. I hope my chair's not creaking too loud. Because when I have headphones on, I can't hear too much of anything else. I know the furnace is going. Anyway, the snow. Yeah, it can get glaring and boring after a while. But I'm going to try to overlook it, and I hope you guys can too. The only thing I don't like about this time of year is that nasty mole cricket. I wish they had toned the noise down just a little. It is agonizing. It's worse than the waterfall, if you can believe that. I just can't stand it. And I don't have a shovel. I don't even. That was the other thing I took. I took my gold tools. And you know, I never ever got a gold shovel. I have never received a gold shovel. You're supposed to help Gulliver 30 times? Is it 30? I can't remember. But yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing. I think this is a good choice. I wonder if you guys agree or not. And does this island look familiar to you? I wonder if anybody remembers what their initial island looked like. Because it's kind of hard. It's like, well, I think this used to be here, but I dug it up, didn't I? I don't know. I guess those who have their original island are the only ones that would know for sure. Could have had this island in the past and I wouldn't know it. Although I did never have an orange island before. And it doesn't look like the one my daughter has, so I hope that's good. So yeah, this is what we're going to go with. So we have Muffy as a sisterly and Antonio as our jock. Oranges and windflowers. It is winter. And they put me in a t-shirt and jeans, but that's okay. So now what I have to do is the usual, and I'm not going to be doing the usual with you guys because I want to kind of save you the tedium and boring. I'm going to take one more look around just to make sure I'm really, really liking it. This is a long process. This is about island 18 or 19. Sorry, I can't remember the exact number. But it took me a couple hours to get this done. And that's why I'm very wary and I do these double. I love those tide pools. They're so cute. I like doing double and triple checks because you get to a point where it's like, oh my gosh, I'll take anything. Just let me stop filling out my name and my birthday and telling everybody I want food. If I'm stranded on an island, I can't take it anymore. I didn't want to do that, so. Yeah, we have a yellow airport. This time I'm going to try desperately to remember to make a flag at the very least. I still think we had an island tune. Did we have an island? I don't know. But I'm going to try very hard to remember to do that. I also have to get some of my codes back, but I did make a video with the terraforming codes or whatever you want to call those. I can watch that video again and write some of them down, but that's going to be a while too because I got it. Well, I'm going to get my phone and I have to make 5,000 bells to pay off Tom. And here's our name. Oh, well, we're coming up on the name. Yeah, I chose this island. Mm-hmm. He's so cute. Oh. Okay, here's the name I went with. Ready? Cool. Winsome. It means, what does it mean? Happy and carefree? And that's what I'm going for this year. Happy and carefree. And I hope all of you can work hard to adopt the same mentality. Just let it go. Things do get bad, things get rough, things get hellish, things feel hopeless, and despair and depression are so easy to be allowed to enter into your brain. And it is possible to fight it, to force it back, and to ask it very kindly to get the heck out of your life and don't come back. And now, here's the thing, I'm not going to go into no long-winded psychoanalysis thing. I just don't think it's right. Unless you're certified to do that, I just don't think it's right to give that kind of advice. But I always tell people that no matter how bad it gets, it does pass. The memory might never leave you. Those feelings and emotions might taint your outlook on life. That's, but the issue itself. And sometimes there are issues that at the moment seem absolutely insurmountable until you do get over it, and then you're like, holy smoke, that was a lot of wasted time and effort and energy. So you can look at it that way too. But I want this year to be much better than the last 4 or 5 years have been for all of us. And I do hope it's possible. And I think if we all try a little bit harder to be just a tad more generous, a tad more patient, a tad more kind, and just a smidge more respectful of others, I think we can do it. We can pull it off. Antonio and the tambourine. I love the tambourine. This is the best. Well, should I say that? This is the best part of the game. I keep asking my daughter to start over again, and she won't do it. She's on a forever island. But she did move things around. I was stunned when I went there to drop stuff off. I was lost. I'm like, where's your house? How am I going to drop this? I kept looking on the map, and then I'd go toward where it says, and I wasn't there, and oh my goodness. I think that's the first time she's done that in 4 years. 5, oh my gosh. It'll be 5 years in March. And I think I said this in my New Year's Eve video, not really caring anymore what anybody thinks about me or the game or my channel. I'm doing this for me. I started this channel as a self-help thing, and I kind of lost that along the way, so I'm bringing that back as well. I'm not going to be selfish about it, but whether anybody likes my videos or not, whether anybody subscribes to my channel or not, I'm going to continue because this is therapeutic for me. I enjoy it, and I want to continue making videos, even though they're not the greatest. Oh well. So, I hope you enjoyed this. I thank you for sticking with me to the end. And I think the next time you see me, I'll have a little bit more built up. There's my tent. I got red stuff. I hope we get better villagers on our hunt. You take good care now. Enjoy your day. And I will talk to you in the next one. Bye-bye.